The Toy Story franchise was one of Disney Pixar's most iconic projects, which is why it comes as no surprise to anyone that the Lightyear was so highly anticipated. And just like every other Disney movie, this one is full of lots of Easter eggs. For today's video, we're going to go over the coolest Buzz Lightyear Easter eggs that you might have missed. Warning, spoilers ahead. First up, the Pizza Planet truck. How could it be a Pixar movie without this truck? This is one of Pixar's most famous Easter eggs. As Buzz is driving to escape from the soldiers after hijacking a ship, a Pizza Planet truck can be spotted on one side. This specific truck first appeared in the first Toy Story movie at the Dinoco gas station where Buzz and Woody both ride in it. But the cooler thing about it is how this truck has been a cameo in every single Pixar movie to come out so far besides The Incredibles, though it was featured in its video game adaptation. That's probably why fans have gotten so used to being on the lookout for this truck, even in a movie that's based in space. Next, Buzz being mocked. Some lines that we heard first in the Toy Story films, like To Infinity and Beyond, were obviously expected, but Lightyear also incorporated a few dialogues that you would only pick up if you paid very close attention. When Buzz realizes Izzy's being annoying on purpose, he says the words, "You're mocking me." This draws a direct parallel to one of Buzz's first scenes in Toy Story, the one where Woody mocks Buzz for thinking he's an actual space ranger, and Buzz responds by the exact same thing. "You're mocking me, aren't you?" Then there's the catchphrases. When it comes to life or death situations, it seems Buzz always has a standard response. His battle with Zurg in Lightyear has him yelling, "Not today, Zurg." The first time we heard Buzz say those words was in Toy Story, when he was tied to Sid's exploding rocket. He also said the same thing when he came into contact with Zurg in Toy Story 2. Similarly, Buzz's comments on the unstable terrain in Andy's bedroom are repeated yet once again in Lightyear when he's wandering the uncharted alien planet with Alicia, recording his mission logs. Up next, written in the stars. The next one is pretty hard to catch unless you're analyzing every star in the movie, literally. The jumpy lamp that appears in Pixar's opening sequence, known as Luxo Jr., can be seen in the form of a constellation when Buzz is launched into space. Although it might be the world's most famous lamp, most people still miss this detail on their first watch. Pixar's definitely getting sneakier. And now, a throwback to 1968. There's an old-school reference in this film, too. That's right, Lightyear takes it back to 1968 with its nod to 2001: A Space Odyssey. When Buzz fails to make a successful launch when testing in hyperspeed, he asks his computer Ivan for help, but Ivan is useless, saying, "I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that," when Buzz asks him to open the door. This is a genius reference to the time Dave asked Hal to open the pod bay doors, and Hal responded, "I'm sorry, I'm afraid I can't quite do that." Bet you didn't see this one coming. Up next, stationed at Gamma Quadrant, Section 4. The movie ends with Buzz and his team members being stationed at Section 4 of the Gamma Quadrant. The first time we heard the name of this location was in Toy Story when Buzz first comes to life, fully believing he's the real Buzz Lightyear. It's also mentioned in Toy Story 2 during Buzz's battle with his most dreaded enemy, Zurg. Next, Buzz works solo, or at least he wishes he could. At the start of Lightyear, Buzz is sort of a moody, cranky guy. He doesn't quite like the idea of working with a team, especially not rookies. In Lightyear, he has an entire conversation with Commander Hawthorne just about how rookies overcomplicate things and don't really help much. Quite early on in the film, we see Buzz talking down to an inexperienced space ranger too. Eventually, though, he does end up working with said rookies and actually comes to love it. This plot might have sounded a bit familiar to you if you've seen Buzz Lightyear of Star Command: The Adventure Begins. In that film too, over time, Buzz learns to get help from what he considers a not-so-great team to stop Zurg's evil plans, only to love them all by the end of the movie. Though the teams Buzz has to tag along with are not exactly alike in both movies, the story arc does have striking similarities. It's also not very different from Toy Story's Buzz, who you can see going from a loner to a team player as time progresses. You can clearly see how much happier he is when he's part of a bigger group by the end. Across all these movies, Buzz always focuses much more on the situation and the problem at hand. This confirms one thing we've already known for a while: Disney Pixar is nothing if not consistent. And now, same style of fighting. Zurg's battle with Buzz in Lightyear has a clever detail that you would only notice if you're pretty obsessed with Toy Story. During the big fight, Buzz jumps, flips over Zurg's head, and lands on the other side to face his opponent. While the animations have improved dramatically since the original Toy Story films, the choreography of this fight sequence is exactly the same as the one in the video game played by Rex in the first Toy Story. Next, Elementals is coming. Kind of like Pizza Planet Truck, Pixar is known to uphold some traditions across all its movies. One thing that Pixar always does is tease the next upcoming movie. Though these references are usually not glaringly obvious, they tend to make much more sense when the subsequent movie comes out. The tradition started all the way back in 2013 when Pixar first hinted at Finding Nemo in Monsters, Inc., using clownfish to represent Nemo in in multiple scenes. Since then, every Pixar movie to come out has had at least one reference to the movie that will follow it, and Lightyear has carried on this legacy. Upon a closer inspection of the vending machines shown in one of the scenes in Lightyear, Wade Water, the main character from Elementals, can be spotted, just like Turning Red hinted at Lightyear. Another cool thing to notice is that Sox's voice actor, Peter Sohn, is the director for Elementals. And now, Interstellar. Interstellar is pretty much the best space-time live-action movie according to many cinema lovers, and Lightyear hasn't missed out on the opportunity to reference it. One of Interstellar's most memorable scenes was the one where Matthew McConaughey's character, Cooper, experiences severe time dilation after being stuck in a planet near the black hole. The poor guy discovers 22 whole years have passed him by and finds videos of his children growing older. A bit too similarly, we find Buzz in a situation like this. He only finds out his best friend Alicia has passed away after watching her age progress year by year. Later in the film, Buzz gets the chance to work with Alicia's granddaughter, just the way Cooper one day gets to meet his own grandchildren with his daughter on her deathbed. Next, no false advertisements. Throughout Lightyear, we get to see Buzz pull off quite a bit of karate. Want to take a guess where you've seen these moves before? My Toy Story, of course. In the first movie of the franchise, we see an ad for the Buzz Lightyear toy on Andy's TV where he's shown pulling off some solid karate action. This movie also shows Buzz using his laser abilities to harm Zurg's vision, which, if you recall, is much like how the Toy Story version of Buzz tried to use lasers to point them in Woody's eyes. Oh, Buzz, you really never change. And now, Buzz's love for mission logs, and no one else caring for them at all. Buzz sure does love to narrate. Lightyear's opening shows Buzz in uncharted territory, and the first thing he does when he gets there is begin his commentary and record his mission logs. That also happens to be precisely one of Buzz's first actions when he lands on Andy's bed. In Lightyear, we see him explain why he likes mission logs, and Alicia makes fun of him, telling him no one's going to listen to them anyway. This is directly picked up from Buzz Lightyear of Star Command: The Adventure Begins, where Dark Matter also comments, "Come on, buddy, you know no one ever reads those reports." But hey, would Buzz even be Buzz if he wasn't obsessed with doing things the right way? Lastly, mid-credits. Even after the movie's over, the Easter eggs don't stop. Look closely, and you'll see Mo from Wall-E and Toy Story's Green Aliens on Commander Burnside's shelves when he's sitting in his office. And that's a wrap for this video. Did you catch any Easter eggs that we might have missed? Who did you like better, Buzz from Toy Story or Buzz from Lightyear? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.